Quetta, the provincial capital of Balochistan in Pakistan, is not a very large city. Indeed, no notable high-rise buildings mark the skyline. Set amidst dry and virtually featureless mountains, it is nevertheless a busy commercial center, and its proximity to Afghanistan and Iran makes for cultural diversity. Baloch mingle with Pathans and Persian-speaking Hazaras, while a number of Afghan Tajiks and Uzbeks add to the local population. This ethnic mix gives the city a distinctly border town character. A natural watercourse runs down from the mountains through the city. In 1877, it was first modified to divert and control storm water by the British. It is now a built-up channel that carries the city's waste and refuse. This is Habib Nala, and the same proximity of the city to the northwest border, which has brought a degree of prosperity, has also meant increased commerce of a decidedly deadly commodity. Here, in the dirt, an overpowering stench, raw heroin, also called brown sugar, is used in its most utilizable ways. Heating the heroin on strips of metal foil breaks it down, and the vapor is inhaled through short tubes held in the mouth. This heroin differs significantly from the white powder that it is infamously associated with. And certainly this is a far cry from the cities of Europe and America. Nothing is so reminiscent as would be a Faustian circle of hell, with its human bodies ravaged by the effects of the drug. Also, this form of heroin, though considered pharmaceutically uninjectable, is introduced directly into the bloodstream.
मौलाना आप हम तक नहीं आना चाहते हो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ आपके साथ आपको कितनी बार मुझे मिले हो मैं कितनी बार I can't do anything for this person okay संगा रंगीले कैसे आज ना तो लिया करो ना और कपड़े भी कपड़े चेंज करो नहीं आज तुम अल्लाह कहता है तुम्हें जो याद करो मैं तुम्हें याद करूं जबकि अल्लाह ने मुझे याद किया तो मुझे किसी का जरूरत ही नहीं तो बस बात खत्म होगी ना नमाज आप डॉक्टर जी बोतल पानी का दे जाए बैठ से ठीक है ना ये क्या छोड़ ये पहले न डालो अपना चलेगा
Whatever the methods used, the results vary from a completely catatonic state to a frank lucidity from within which the user is still able to communicate. This man is a former truck driver. When he was 25, he was introduced to heroin by a woman in Zahedan, Iran. Now 45, he is married and has 4 children. Though he does not admit to injecting heroin, he acknowledges his prolonged habit of using it with the tinfoil method and confesses to oft-times beating his family when they refuse to give him money to support his habit. He says he does not actually live in Habib Nala, but tells of spending a lot of time there and has witnessed at least 3 probable drug-related deaths. Azmatullah is 23 and has been using heroin for the past 5 years. He claims to have moved on from hashish to heroin and does seem aware of the destructive effects of the drug. As with most users, he frankly admits to begging and stealing in order to support his habit. In fact, he insists there is no one better at lying and cheating than heroin addicts and considers them the most consummate actors. Placed on a shifting point in the downward spiral are Abdul Ali and the non-governmental organization that he works for, named Nai Zindagi, which literally translates to New Life. Nai Zindagi is unique in its own right. It is an NGO that has been founded by former addicts. The organization is funded by the European Commission and provides street outreach services like detoxification, rehabilitation, and aftercare. He and the organization helped to stop the cycle of drug abuse. This includes counseling in order to get some of these men to break their drug habit. As important for the welfare of the addicts, he must also try to educate them about the dangers of shared needles and unsafe sex, as these factors lead to an aggravation of the situation, leaving them and the rest of society susceptible to hepatitis, sexually transmitted diseases, and AIDS. To combat the influx of narcotics, the government of Pakistan has formed an anti-narcotics force. It is supported with funds from the United Nations Drug Control Program.
में मुनशियात से मुतालिक जुराइम का पता लगाती है और मुजरिमों को गिरफ्तार करने के बाद उनके खिलाफ अदालती कार्रवाई करके उन्हें कैफरे किरदार तक पहुंचाती है.
The infamous Golden Triangle of Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos had been the main source of opium and heroin in the mid-70s. Its demise and the ensuing chaos which followed the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan resulted in the latter being the largest producer of opium. As a consequence, patterns of narcotic use in the region have changed and drug abuse has risen to endemic levels within Pakistan. While the most visible usage is right here on the street, it is also clear that young people are amongst the most vulnerable to the lure of drugs. However intense and disturbing the level of drug abuse may be, what is also apparent is that not all addiction is incurable.
मेरा नाम मीर आलम है. वैसे तखल्लुस से विकी भी कहा जाता है मेरे स्टेज के हवाले से और एज तकरीबन 31 है. सर के लोग मुझे इज्जत की निगाह से देखते हैं, अच्छा फील करते हैं, मिलना जुलना उनका अच्छा है. मैं सब गैदरिंग है.
It is heartening to know not all drug abuse ends in death, but the urgency of the matter remains. There are an estimated 4 to 5,000 addicts in Habib Nala itself, living in what is virtually an open grave, while there are an estimated 4.5 million users in the country as a whole. Since the consequences of drug abuse are known to be exponentially proportionate to the number of actual users, it means that far more people are socially and economically affected within Pakistan.